Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so today we're going to be distilling a massive wave of late 2026 tech news to really connect the dots between the gadget in your hand and some sweeping global shifts. We're taking a journey from the micro, the actual devices in our pockets, all the way out to the macro, exploring the massive infrastructure and socioeconomic ripples they create. So what exactly is the true state of tech in 2026? Let's dive right into this because what's happening with our smartphones and software right now is absolutely setting the stage for a massive societal ripple effect. To truly understand where technology is headed, we can't just look at a spec sheet anymore, right? We have to look at the entire ecosystem, from consumer pricing strategies all the way to how artificial intelligence is quietly rewiring our entire economy.
All right, Section 1, the Pixel 11 reality check. Let's get into it.
So we really have to look directly at the sources and ask the big question here. Is this year's iterative jump from the Pixel 10 actually worth your hard-earned cash? Reviewers have finally had their hands on these devices, and honestly, the consensus is fascinatingly mixed. The reality of this launch is kind of this stark contrast of really cool hardware perks versus some pretty frustrating caveats. The folks over at 9to5Google point out that upgrading from the Pixel 10 to the 11 feels highly iterative. It's definitely more of a refinement than a massive revolution. But on the flip side, there are major wins for durability alongside just a few real head-scratching downgrades. But here is the real shocker, the price. Now, the Pixel 11 Pro officially retails for $1,099. But Android Authority reported that clever buyers are actually snagging it for just $399. Seriously. By stacking those massive trade-in promos and launch gift cards, the barrier to entry for flagship tech is literally plummeting. Well, at least for those who know how to play the ecosystem game. And the physical engineering is really stepping up too. Recent teardowns of the Pixel 11 Pro XL show that Google is heavily prioritizing repairability. It is built to last and it's super easy to fix. Oh, and even better, Android Authority noted that the new Pixel 11 Pro Fold finally survived the notorious jerry-rig everything bend test without, and I literally quote here, exploding. Which, let's be real, is a massive sigh of relief for anyone dropping premium cash on a foldable phone. But, as the sources warn, there are some totally unforced errors here. 9to5Google is practically begging buyers not to purchase Google's wildly overpriced Pixel Snap Clear case. And in this really bizarre twist, a new camera feature called Highlight on the Pixel 11 Pro actually worsens a super common use case of the rear LED. It makes your basic flashlight utility worse than it was before. Make it make sense. Okay, moving on to Section 2, Android 17 and Gemini. First up, let's talk about the mystery of Android Pulse. Users recently noticed this app just quietly popping up in their Play Store updates out of absolutely nowhere. It perfectly captures modern software, doesn't it? Ecosystems are just constantly shifting under the radar, silently rewiring our devices without us even realizing it. Now, Android 17 isn't just about flashy visual changes. It's bringing some really highly practical tools that actually adapt to us. We're seeing a clever new motion sickness assist feature and these new app handles that finally make multitasking on foldables intuitive. Plus, Gemini is getting a device help tool integrated directly into the Pixel 11 Pro. It offers conversational AI assistance to help you basically master your specific phone. And here is where that ecosystem synergy truly comes alive. An Android police writer discovered that by connecting Google Keep directly to Gemini, you can just use your voice to brain dump all your messy, unstructured ideas. Then, Gemini takes all that chaos and perfectly formats it into structured grocery lists and notes. I mean, this is exactly where AI crosses from a fun gimmick into a true daily utility. Let's zoom out a bit for Section 3, Smart Home and Ecosystems. Our sources paint a really fascinating picture of these peripheral ecosystems. Just look at the new Pixel Watch 5, which now lets you customize a double pinch gesture to dismiss alarms or skip your music. Meanwhile, Android Police highlighted some hidden health settings in the Fitbit Air that reviewers are hoping will inspire a future Pixel Watch Ultra. And on the budget side, the Moto Tag 2 brings ultra-wideband tracking. That high-precision tech that points exactly to your lost items to the Android network for a limited time price of just $20. The whole ecosystem is getting smarter and a lot cheaper. But hey, it's not all seamless magic. As our ecosystems grow more complex, they can also get pretty fragile. Users are currently experiencing some major ecosystem bugs right on their car dashboards. A Google Maps bug has completely broken traffic data on Android Auto, and a totally separate Spotify glitch is leaving drivers just staring at blank error messages. It's a stark reminder that a connected ecosystem is really only as good as its weakest software update. And bugs aren't the only downside of a connected ecosystem. There is a very real cost to our privacy here. According to Ars Technica, monitor vendors are basically playing with fire. Those invasive ads and tracking that completely infiltrated smart TVs over the last decade, yeah, they are now being injected directly into our desktop computer monitors. Our private workspaces are essentially becoming advertising billboards, which is wild. Finally, let's look at the big picture in Section 4, the broader tech ripple.
Because these digital advancements come with a very real-world cost. A really striking Stanford study, highlighted by Ars Technica, reveals that young employment in fields heavily impacted by AI has plummeted by a staggering 19% compared to more AI-resistant occupations. And guys, this isn't some distant future prediction. This is a measurable shift happening right now, today.
So what you should really take away from this is that AI isn't just a helpful little app on your phone organizing your Google Keep grocery lists. It is fundamentally displacing entry-level jobs and permanently altering the career trajectories of young professionals trying to enter the workforce. The technology is phenomenal, absolutely, but the societal friction is very real. Simultaneously, the physical footprint of this tech is just immense. The energy-hungry data centers that actually train these AI models are forcing massive infrastructure overhauls. According to Ars Technica, these data centers have actually become the killer application for brand new solid-state power transformers. This is heavy-duty tech needed to manage totally unprecedented surges of electricity. The digital cloud requires a massive, power-guzzling anchor right here on the ground. And just to break up the heavy macroeconomic news with a wildly surprising fact from our sprawling digital marketplaces, Ars Technica reports you should probably beware of buying mummified remains online. I know, right? Apparently, they exhibit signs of biodeterioration and might literally carry toxic spores. So, just a quick public service announcement for you. As our digital ecosystems grant us access to global oddities, maybe just skip the mummies, okay? Which brings us to the end of our journey today. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. With these interconnected micro upgrades like Gemini right in your pocket, fueling such massive macro shifts in our power grids and our job markets, is our technology evolving faster than our society can actually adapt? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning the ecosystem around you, and I'll see you next time.